Situation 2, rub-a-dub-dub. Kara is filling her bathtub. The cold water flows at a rate of 4 gallons per minute. The hot water flows at a rate of 3 gallons per minute. Kara wants no more than 60 gallons of water in the tub. So we're going to let X equal the time that cold water is turned on. So X is time of cold water. And we're going to let Y equal the time that hot water is turned on. Okay? So, setting up our inequalities. So I have a total no more than 60 gallons of water. No more than means 60 gallons or less, which makes sense because if she puts in more than 60 gallons, well, the tub's going to overflow. So when we set this up, we want a less than or equal to 60. Okay, so the cold water flows at a rate of 4 gallons per minute, so 4x. And the hot water flows at a rate of 3 gallons per minute, so plus 3y. When you put those two together, that has to be less than or equal to 60. So now we have our inequality. The next thing we want to do is figure out what is our x-intercept. So take your x term, set it equal to the constant. 60 divided by 4 is 15. So I have an x-intercept at 15. To find your y-intercept, take your y term, set it equal to the constant. So 60 divided by 3 is 20. So I have a y-intercept at 20. And now I'm going to graph my x-intercept and my y-intercept. So my x-intercept is 15. So right here. And my y-intercept is at 20. So right here. And again, it's going to be a solid line. And we're going to be shading below because it's a less than or equal to. We're also going to be working in the positive quadrant because you can't have a negative amount of water in the tub. You can have no hot, you can have no cold, but you can't have anything in the negative. So we're going to be working in the positive quadrant. Now we're going to check our solutions. So is 5/16 a solution? This one might be a little hard to tell. It looks like it falls out. So I'm going to want to check it. So if I take my 5 and plug it into my x, and I take my 16 and plug it into my y, 4 times 5 is 20, and 3 times 16 is 48. 48 and 20 is 68, and 68 is more, so it's not less than or equal to 60. So this one does not work because it is for sure outside of the shaded region. What about 10/4? 10/4 for sure falls inside, so that one is part of the solution. What about 12/5? 12/5 is going to be hard to tell. It looks like it falls above the line, but again, not entirely sure. Might be about right here, but let's check it and see. So is 4 times 12 plus 3 times 5 a solution? 4 times 12 is 48. 3 times 5 is 15. 48 plus 15 is 63. So 63 is not less than or equal, so it's too much. So the only solution here is the point 10/4. So now the next question. How many minutes will it take to get 60 gallons of water if only cold is running? So if I only turn on cold water and that's it, well, I look right here and that's going to be my x-intercept. So that means that it has to be 15 minutes. And then the next one, if x is equal to 3, what are all possible values of y? So again, go back, sub 3 into x. 4 times 3 is 12. So if only 3 minutes of cold water is running, subtract 12 from 60, you get 48. Divide that by 3, and you get 16. So y can fall anywhere from 0 to 16. Okay, so one more example to look at, and then you've got a quick check that you're going to be doing on your own.